The Galactic Council's Grand Chamber resonated with an unnatural silence as the ambassadors of hundreds of species observed the unfolding drama. Seated in their ornate chairs, they represented the pinnacle of interstellar governance, an alliance forged over millennia to ensure peace across the stars. Today, however, that peace teetered on the brink of annihilation. The cause? A single human child. Her name was Alina Carter, an 8-year-old girl from the blue-green world of Earth, the youngest planet to gain admission into the Galactic Council. Humanity had joined the Council only a century prior, bringing with it a reputation for resilience, innovation, and an almost reckless defiance of the odds. Yet, in the eyes of many elder species, humans were impulsive upstarts, unworthy of the power they wielded. The tragedy unfolded on Euceris Prime, a neutral world where Alina had accompanied her diplomat parents to observe a peace summit. An altercation between two rival factions of the Valorians, a notoriously xenophobic species, escalated into violence. In the chaos, a stray plasma bolt struck Alina, ending her young life in an instant. Earth's response was swift and uncompromising. The message arrived at the Galactic Council's central hub within hours, a formal declaration from the Terran High Command. The death of one of our children by your hands cannot and will not go unanswered. You have 2 standard days to deliver those responsible for the incident. Failure to comply will result in the activation of the Terran fleet. The chamber erupted in outrage. The idea that humanity, a species barely a speck in the Council's long history, would dare threaten the combined might of the galaxy was laughable. Yet, those who truly understood the humans, a rare few among the Council, knew better than to laugh. Ambassador Silex of the Zarin Collective, a crystalline species known for their cold logic, stood to address the assembly. Esteemed members, let us not underestimate humanity's resolve. Their history is a testament to their capacity for retaliation. We must approach this with caution. Caution? Scoffed Ambassador Velf of the Thalnar Dominion, his bioluminescent frills pulsating with disdain. They are but children playing at war. Their fleet is antiquated at best, a collection of relics from their ancient conflicts. The Council could crush them with minimal effort. Silex refrained from responding, but a faint crackle of tension shimmered across his crystalline form. He had studied humanity's history extensively, and he knew that their ingenuity often turned relics into devastating instruments of war. The Council's decision was unanimous. No concessions would be made. The Valorian factions responsible for the incident would not be handed over. Humanity would have to be taught its place. Day 3, the Terran response. On the 3rd day, the skies above the Council's capital world darkened as countless ships emerged from hyperspace. The Terran fleet had arrived. Except it was not the fleet the Council had anticipated. These were not the sleek, modern warships humanity had displayed during joint military exercises. No, these vessels were ancient, hulking behemoths, their surfaces scarred from battles fought long before humanity had reached the stars. Ships with names that sent shivers down the spines of those who recognized them. Retribution, Eternal Flame, Iron Resolve. Each ship was a relic of the old wars, a period in human history so violent and catastrophic that the galaxy itself bore scars from the conflict. These vessels had been mothballed for centuries, hidden away in fortified docks on desolate moons, their existence almost forgotten. Almost. The lead ship, Unyielding Fury, hailed the Council. The holographic image of Admiral Helena Voss materialized in the Council chamber. Her steely gaze swept over the assembly, her voice as cold as the void. You were warned. You chose to ignore us. Now you will face the consequences. Before the Council could respond, the ancient fleet unleashed its fury. Planetary defense systems crumbled under the relentless assault. The Terran ships moved with a precision and ferocity that belied their age, cutting through the combined forces of the Council's armada like a scythe through wheat. Ambassador Silex watched in horrified awe. These were not the actions of a species seeking conquest or domination. This was a calculated act of retribution, a grim reminder that humanity valued its own with an intensity that defied comprehension. The Council's forces scrambled to mount a defense, but they were woefully unprepared. The Terran fleet employed tactics long thought obsolete but devastatingly effective against the modern, over-reliant technologies of the elder species. EMP bursts rendered shields useless, while kinetic bombardments pulverized ground installations. The message was clear. Earth's wrath was not to be trifled with. The turning point. As the battle raged, the transmission from Earth interrupted the chaos. It was President Amina Rashid, the leader of the Terran Confederation. Her image, calm and composed, filled the chamber. Members of the Galactic Council, she began, even in our grief, we offered you a chance to make amends. You chose arrogance over accountability. Let this serve as a lesson. Humanity's children are our future, and we will protect them at any cost. Her tone softened, though her resolve remained unyielding. Surrender those responsible for Alina Carter's death, and we will withdraw. Continue to resist, and the devastation will only escalate. The Council's members exchanged panicked glances. For the first time in centuries, the galaxy's most powerful governing body found itself at the mercy of a single species. Reluctantly, the Valorian factions responsible for the tragedy were handed over to Terran authorities. Aftermath. The ancient fleet ceased its assault as swiftly as it had begun. The battered remnants of the Council's armada watched in silence as the Terran ships vanished into hyperspace, taking their prisoners with them. The capital world lay in ruins, a stark testament to humanity's warning. In the weeks that followed, the Council convened to assess the fallout. Reparations were made, and diplomatic channels reopened. Yet the memory of the Terran fleet's onslaught lingered, a shadow over every negotiation and alliance. Humanity, once dismissed as brash and impulsive, had cemented its place as a force to be reckoned with. The ancient fleet returned to its hidden docks, its purpose fulfilled, but the message it carried would echo across the stars for generations. Earth's wrath was not to be provoked. And above all, humanity would protect its own, no matter the cost.